Welcome to the service learning component of the class. You'll be working on this project from now until November 13th. By the end of the service learning project, you're going to have a better understanding of storytelling and the role that it plays within the media. For the service learning project, you will plan and use a variety of tools to reach your audience. And as you reach your audience, you will understand the impact that media can have on people and communities. For this class, you're going to work to not just make an impact, but make a positive impact on people and communities. Your project is to create a call to action campaign. You're going to start by finding out and linking up with your group members. On Blackboard, you've been assigned small groups of 5 under Service Learning Project, and you're going to find out who your service learning group members are to see who's in your group, and then work as a group. You'll first decide what will be our call to action campaign. You're going to plan the campaign, you're going to execute it, you're going to see how you did by measuring the impact, and then you're going to report on how that project turned out. We've set up deadlines with deliverables that you will submit to help keep you on track. But your group is going to have to establish the roles, the responsibilities of each team member, and create that timeline that you will stick to so you can meet the deadlines. To get you thinking about campaigns, I want you to start with identifying a current campaign that you may have seen or participated. The campaign that was really popular a year ago was the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. It reached a global audience, raised awareness, and funds for ALS. Right now on campus, there's a local campaign for the Fenton Cott Camp Memorial Scholarship Fund. If you were involved at the start of this scholarship fund campaign, what you'd have to do is identify a client to establish the client's needs. In this case, the University of Mississippi Foundation is the client, and their need is to raise funds for the scholarship fund. Once you know what the need is, then it's, okay, who's the audience? Who do we need to move to act? And in this case, it would be the Ole Miss community. It would be the people who are on campus or affiliated with campus or have a love for Ole Miss, somehow are tied to Ole Miss and to Fenton and establishing a legacy for him. So how are you going to reach that audience? Well, just in thinking about tools, there are some what we call traditional tools, which could be through display ads, a DM article. There could be a fundraising event, like a walk, a drive. It could be any kind of event that raises awareness or funds. And then there's messages that could be created, and those messages can be communicated through things like what's happening on the Grove for a football game is the sticker handout, calling awareness and attention to the message for Fenton and for the scholarship fund. You can also do crowdfunding and other social media approaches. Visual ads may communicate a message. So stickers that are handed out in the Grove will allow an audience to participate in the promotion of the message, Love Fenton. A Twitter handle can promote the Love Fenton message. So there's messaging that can be communicated, whether it's in that ad, whether it's in that article, whether it's in that sticker or poster, any type of tools that you're using to advertise and promote this message. The question I put here is, how do you then bring voices into the conversation? You can create live storytelling conversations. You can create conversations that take place online, not just face-to-face. Let's look at some of those. The audience has been engaged through online tools that include social media using Facebook. You can also use crowdfunding, which is establishing a fundraising goal, incorporating a story, showing how many days to fundraise, showing who the actual people are that are fundraising, and bringing the crowd in together virtually, digitally, to raise funds and see the progress. Also, the storytelling aspect is creating a multimedia video where we can hear from Fenton's family. We can also hear from celebrities that may draw in more people who are fans or supporters of the celebrities. In this case, we have John Schnattner, who's the CEO of Papa John's, and we have Ole Miss alumnus Archie Manning. They're the celebrities that are helping to promote the message for Love Fenton and establishing this legacy. So I'm not asking you to work in the Fenton scholarship campaign. What I'm trying to do is just give you an example. What I want you now to do is figure out with your group, what are you going to do? So you're going to start with planning the steps, first figuring out who's your client, figuring out who the audience is, what are the needs, what do you want the audience to do, how are you going to motivate people, what tools can you use, how frequently will you engage people, and then how are you going to figure out if it's working? And also, what's the timeline we've got to work within? So that's the planning aspect, and you're going to do that as a group. Once you've planned, you're going to execute. You're going to actually set up your tools, design them, edit them, and reach your audience. You're going to reach and then engage. So it's not just sending out a message, but it's send out a message and start a conversation and move people to act. You motivate people through engagement. It's up to you to figure out how to do that. And then you're going to provide ways that you can measure how you're doing. And that can be through money that's been raised. It could be signing up for different events. It could be likes on Facebook. It could be Twitter shares. It's up to you to figure out how you're going to measure the ways of engagement. Your next step is to actually calculate the impact. See the impact you've made. So you can now say, here's where we started, here's where we are, and this is what we have. And for your final part of the project, you're going to actually present everything that's been done. More specific details are posted on the assignment about this, but you're essentially going to lay out and report all the things that you did with respect to this call to action campaign. And you're going to put it all together either on a blog or a web page, or you can present it in a PowerPoint or Prezi presentation. So you may say, well, who could my client be? Let's get started. I'm going to help give you some ideas. Good food for Oxford schools. More than a meal. Oxford Love Packs. These are local potential clients that you could have. You can do a project related to images of women in the media. Campus allies. Black Lives Matter. Immunization awareness. The MS, multiple sclerosis 150-mile bike ride. World AIDS Day. Consider impact, but first start with your group and where might you want to make an impact? What may resonate with you? What may help you or move you to really want to dive in and participate in this project? Think about a campaign idea that speaks to what your group would want to work on. What will move you? So start with your plan, know your deadline. Your first deadline is going to be October 16th. Your second deadline is going to be October 30th, where you're actually going to share progress on the execution and measurement of your project. And your final project is going to be due on November 13th. So your next steps, connect with your group members. You're going to share contact information and discuss ideas and figure out, okay, where should we start? Your next steps are to connect with your group members. You're going to share contact information and discuss ideas. You're also going to want to review the documents that have been posted to understand the assignment, the grading, what your project plan and progress reports will look like, and also consider the final evaluation. You're also going to want to look at the materials online for this project that are supportive with respect to what you need to know in relation to advertising and IMC, PR, and the news. Lessons 6 and 7 are very important for you to work on to help inform you for this project. I've also posted some URL links under the Service Learning section of delicious.com. Those hyperlinks are available on Blackboard and also in the Service Learning Assignment document. If you have questions, know that there's the FAQ portion on Blackboard where you're going to post any type of general questions that may pertain to any of the groups or may be beneficial for somebody else to hear that answer. Or you can email me specific questions, mickey@go.olemiss.edu. I look forward to working with you, and I really look forward to seeing the work that you're going to do and the impact you're going to have.